Okay, good evening. The time is 7:01 p.m. This is the Westchester County Rent Guidelines Board 2021 certification meeting, which is taking place on Monday, September 20th, 2021. Chair, I'll turn it over to you.
Good evening. Thank you for being here. My name is Elsa Rubin, Chair of the Westchester Rent Guidelines Board. I welcome you to this virtual public meeting with the purpose of certifying the guidelines voted by the majority of the board on June 28th, 2021. And this is for leases commencing or being renewed between October 1st, 2021 and September 30th, 2022. I will now take roll call. Please respond if you're present. Evelyn Aqua, public member.
I'm here.
Eddie Mae Burns, public member.
Present.
Sylvia Hammer, public member.
Here.
Evelyn Santiago, public member.
Present.
Tamara Stewart, tenant representative.
Present.
And Lamont Bedreau is not here yet. Elliot Carson, owner representative, and Kenneth Finger announced today that they will not be attending. As I say, I'm Elsa Rubin, and I'm a public member. And now let the record show that we have a quorum. And now, Peter, if you, I think you have to do your opening statement, and then maybe if you have any announcements or reminders after that.
Sure, Chair. Thank you. I'll do the opening statement in response to the governor's directive to take every effort to keep New Yorkers safe, mitigate the spread of COVID-19 pursuant to Executive Order 202-1 and its updates. Westchester RGB will be conducting a meeting to certify the guideline rates of rent adjustment for housing accommodations within its jurisdiction subject to the ETPA for leases commencing between October 1, 2021 and September 30th, 2022 via teleconference. Instructions for members of the public to simultaneously view or listen to the meetings have been posted to the website. And following the meeting will be transcribed and the public have the ability to view the transcript. With that being said, I don't have any announcements other than to just say that I did send out the final version of the ES to everyone earlier today. So hopefully everyone's had a chance to review that. And of course, that's going to be one of the things that is on the agenda to be voted on for this evening.
Okay, thank you, Peter. I assume that all the board members here present have the opportunity to read the explanatory statement and check it for accuracy.
Yes.
Okay, if that is correct, I will make a motion to proceed to certify the guidelines. Anybody second?
Second.
Thank you. Peter, can you please take a roll call vote?
Sure, and this is to certify the guideline, the first item on the agenda. Chair Rubin?
Yes.
Evelyn Aqua?
Yes.
Eddie Mae Barnes?
Yes.
Evelyn Santiago?
She's on mute.
Evelyn? Looks like
Her husband is driving and she is on a phone.
Right.
So
Okay.
we
Well,
might have lost connection.
let me call the other two members and maybe she'll be back on by the time. Tamara Stewart
Yes.
and Sylvia Hamer.
Yes.
Well, she may reconnect, but even if she were to vote against it, that's 5 members of the board voting. That's the majority of the board. Oh, there she is right now.
There she goes. Unmute.
Sorry about that. I'm so
Evelyn.
sorry about that.
That's fine. It looks like you dropped off while we were calling the roll. So this is to certify the guideline. Do you vote yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. So that vote carries by a vote of 6-0 with 3 members not in attendance to vote.
Okay. Thank you. So I want to make a motion to finalize and adopt the explanatory statement for the 2021-2022 guideline period. Anyone second?
Second. I'll second.
Thank you.
Okay, that's a vote.
Can you
for-
please, council, can you please restate the motion for clarity and then take a roll call?
Sure, Chair, will do. So that's a vote to finalize and adopt the explanatory statement for the 2021/2022 guideline period. Motion made by Chair Rubin, seconded by Eddie Mae Barnes. So I'll call the roll now. Valeen Aqua,
Yes.
Eddie Mae Barnes,
Yes.
Evelyn Santiago,
Yes.
Tamara Stewart,
Yes.
Sylvia Hamer,
Yes.
and Chair Rubin.
Yes.
Okay, that motion also passes by a vote of 6-0 with 3 members who are not present tonight. And Chair Rubin, I'll just remind you, I sent you over that certification that you as the chair need to sign and send back to me so that we can keep it on file with the finalized ES. So if you can get that to me tomorrow is fine. But we'll need to keep that in the records with the
Okay.
finalized
Yes,
ES.
I have the form. I will sign it and email it to you. Do you also want me to send it by regular mail?
If you could, that would be
Okay.
helpful. Thanks.
All right. So finally, we need to set up a date for our first meeting in January 2022. I can't believe it's almost already here.
Can't believe it. It's amazing.
So I think the best way to go about this is to ask Peter to give us 3 tentative dates. And with taking into account that Monday, January 17th is Martin Luther King's Day. And also that Ken Finger asked us to do it before January 20th. What do you think?
Well, Chair, if I could, I believe last year, the way that this was done was that I emailed following the meeting dates so that the board could, pick from those dates, especially given that there's 3 members who aren't here tonight. That might be more prudent so that, everyone can have a say on the date before it's finalized. We don't have to go back and forth on trying to pick the date. So that would be my suggestion, to do it that way. It's how it's worked in the past. But if you want to pick a date tonight, we of course can.
No, I was asking you to give us 3 tentative days so that we can pick from those, and the majority will go with the majority.
Okay, so you're saying do that in a
Yeah.
follow-up email or do
Yes.
that here tonight? Okay, great.
Yeah.
And we follow
Yeah,
up.
Follow-up email, yes.
okay.
Yeah.
That would work. That'll work.
So I will send that to the entire board this week. And hopefully we can find a date that works for everyone's schedules.
Great.
Okay.
Pardon, Chair.
Yes.
Thank you.
Do I recall correctly that last time we actually didn't select in January, it was a little bit later that we
Right.
actually, it feels like the last 2 years, we actually met a little bit later,
Mhm.
February, March, somewhere in there to set up the dates for June.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Tamara. This year was the, I believe this year we did it in March.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah, this year was March 4th that we did it. So, since I've been assisting the board, it seems like that meeting, although historically was held in January, it's been pushed to February or March. for whatever reason. So, it's up to the board whether you want to do it in January. I think that in March, there's no real issue with having it at that time. And sometimes people's schedules for June are a little bit clearer, but, it's up to the board, how you want to do that. There's nothing saying that you guys have to meet in January to pick the dates. And especially given how crazy things have been lately, it might be, better to keep it sometime in February or March, just so that in case things change, people have a better idea of what their June schedule is at that point.
I'm flexible.
Me
But
too.
I can-
I'm okay with either.
Flexible.
I can, of course, raise that as an option, say that it was talked about during tonight's meeting, and then, put it up for the board to kind of discuss that in the email, what they want to do.
Okay,
Thank
sounds
you.
good. Yeah,
Sounds like a plan.
Okay.
yeah.
Works for me.
Anybody else has any comment or anything to say? Well, if that's the case, then do I hear a motion to adjourn?
Motion,
Second?
motion, second.
Thank you.
Second.
The meeting is adjourned. And thank you for being here, and happy holidays to everybody. Be safe and be healthy, and we'll see you
All of
next
the
year.
above.
And
Same
to
to you.
Good night.
Stay healthy,
Thank you, Peter, for everything.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
thank you,
April.
everyone. Have a
Well,
good-
Everybody, good
everyone,
night,
stay
everybody.
well.
Until the
Okay,
next
huh?
time we meet.